What's going on, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here. It's time to review another movie. This time it is the latest movie to star Gerard Butler and Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. I don't know how to say his full name, Nicolas Walla. His name's like Nicolas something. I'm sorry, his name's right here, man. Jaime Lannister, the actor who plays him, man. And Jaime Lannister is my favorite character from Game of Thrones. Thus, kind of why I wanted to see this movie. He plays Horace, and then Gerard Butler's in this movie, man. We have Black Panther himself, man, from Captain America: Civil War, Chadwick Boseman. So we have some people, Jeffrey Rush or whatever, man, the guy who played Barbossa in Captain, Pirates of the Caribbean. So we have some good people in this movie, man. Does it make it a good movie? No. This has an estimated budget of $140 million. It's directed by Alex Proyas. Which I've never really heard of this guy before, but of course he's been in the news lately, man. He's been saying going back to critics and everything, they're unworthy and everything and all that stuff, because this movie's been hated on a lot because whitewashed. They're Egyptian. They're not supposed to be white. What is wrong with you? It's a movie, bro. It's a movie. You're making a movie about Egyptians. You don't have to have it'd be preferred better, but just because they're white, who cares? It's a movie. And a movie that flopped at the box office. So why are we talking about a movie that flopped at the box office? Well, I'm just going to give you the pros and cons. I'm not going to spoil nothing. I'm just going to give you the good stuff and the bad stuff. And basically tell you my final score. Tell you whether or not you guys should go check this out in theaters. Or maybe just wait for rental. Or maybe just never see it at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's my non-spoiler review for Gods of Egypt. Okay, maybe there's one okay thing about this movie, and that's the effects. 30% of it. There is good effects in here at times, honestly, because with a $140 million budget, some of the effects do look good, like some of the big scale city effects and everything. Those look awesome, man. The effects really do get me in here at times, like in the beginning, like every single scene. Not practical, CGI effects, man. But it definitely did get me sometimes where I'm like, that looked pretty good, man, for the big screen. Because I'm watching on a huge screen and everything. It looks brilliant, man. Now, the movie is 95% or 98%, shall I say, CGI effects. Nothing's really real. Most of it's just actors on green screens. And sometimes you can tell it's really green screen. Sometimes the effects actually do look well blended in to make it look like a real thing. But for sure, it works out both ways, man. Chadwick Boseman as well. He plays like the god of wisdom, and apparently there's a god for everything. The god of this, the god of that, the god of YouTube, the god of this. There's just so much things, but he is the god of wisdom, and he's like, well, maybe you're that cool. I don't know. Give me a riddle. Well, go on then. Like, he's just one of those guys, okay, okay, yeah. Another riddle, please. Oh, don't make me laugh. He's like one of those people, you know what I mean? And so seeing him, and I'm like, he's going to be Black Panther. I liked him in 42, but in here, he wasn't so bad. He's not in the movie that much, man, but Chadwick Boseman, for sure, he does give an alright performance in here. For the character he does play, the god, the god of wisdom and all that. So that was alright. Some of the effects, again, like I said, like 30% of the effects are actually good. Like, they do get you the large city scale, like the whole city and everything, and then people around, like you see the people walking around and, in the alleyways and everything. So some actual bird eye view effects, and sometimes when the gods turn into like these Egyptian flying birds, they do look cool, man. The effects do actually work out well, man. Some action scenes, the effects work well. This movie is in 3D. I did not see the 3D. I have not seen the 3D. I'm not sure whether it's good or not. But knowing what bad stuff I have to say about this movie, I don't think you should really even go actually and worry about the 3D whatsoever. Because sometimes 3D is annoying, like, and then the other times, man, it's like, oh yeah, hell yeah, Star Wars in 3D. So sometimes 3D is annoying, sometimes 3D is actually worth watching. This movie, it's not even worth watching in general, so I don't know whether 3D why should I be worrying about that? But then again, Chadwick Boseman, man, some of the effects in here, and as well as some of the costumes, some of the practical costumes they have, man, like when they turn from being a bird monster, metal monster, to having like a winged suit and all that, and that suit actually looks pretty badass. I mean, mind you, it looks silly on them, but it does look pretty badass on Gerard Butler and Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. So, those are basically the good things in the movie, man. I mean, that's basically it, man. Now we could get to the bad stuff. Prepare yourself, people. It's going to be a long one. So the main character is named Beck. He is a mortal. He's basically the main human of the movie. Not to be mean to this guy or whatever, but he's I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. He's bad at acting. I've never seen him in any other movie, man. So this is the first movie I've seen him in. I just, like, what are you doing? Us mortals run. And then they're just like, it's just kind of like the dialogue. And the dialogue in this movie is horrendous. And I'm being serious. The dialogue in here is really, really bad. Like, just the jokes that Horace gives don't even make sense. There's one-liners. There's just like, I defended this movie when the first trailer came out. I was like, this movie it may be a popcorn fun movie. It just may be one of those popcorn fun movies. And then all the news came out. It's whitewashed, and then all this stuff went on. And Egyptian should be Egyptian, like people from there, and a bunch of this crap going on. And I walked into this movie and I was like, holy shit, never mind. This is a bad movie. This is like the dialogue, the acting. Gerard Butler, and I love Gerard Butler. London Has Fallen will be better than this piece of shit. I mean, it may be a bad movie. I don't know how London Has Fallen is going to be, but I liked Olympus Has Fallen. I am a fan of Gerard Butler. Sure, he's been in bad movies. Yes. He's not a bad actor, man. He's not a great actor, but he is one of those actors I really do enjoy to see on screen. Now, Gerard Butler in here as well. Oh my god, there's this scene where this girl escapes, and after she escapes, he's just like, like that. I'm like, oh my god, what the I literally was laughing, and the people behind me saw that I was like laughing on the inside because I was rolling my eyes every time. Like, I was like, now there's a god of the desert. Okay, now there's gods of... Okay, is there a god of my freaking shoes? Seriously, like, there's the god of this, and, well, we're gonna go see the god of the sun. And, like, I'm just like, oh my god, what is this, man? Like, the mythology, I kind of get where they wanted to go, and they wanted to make a vast adventure. Let's go on this journey together, mortal, and I am a god, and they're apparently taller and bigger, and special effects, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It was God, it's bad. It's a bad movie. I can't tell what's worse, man. Norm of the North of this. Alright, so going on. It wasn't funny. The jokes weren't funny. All the jokes that they were saying, it wasn't funny. They were trying to do a bunch of jokes. That did not work out very well, man. I gotta use my list, man. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna cut and edit. I'm just gonna go straight on down and give you the facts, man. The effects in here, like I told you, like 70% of the effects are so bad. There's this buffalo monster, rhino monster, that's something straight out of like Rocksteady or Beat Pop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, and it was so bad. Like, I never knew there was going to be monsters in this movie. Like, oh, I'm a big rhino. I turned into a rhino. I was like, what? And the effects were so bad for it. Really, really bad. For $140 million, you can't even make a monster rhino look really good, man. The acting in here, again, no one really did good acting in here whatsoever. Not even the guy from... I mean, I like Jaime Lannister a lot. I like the actor. Nothing personal against the actors. I'm not trying to hate on the actors. I don't know them. I really do enjoy Jaime Lannister. And I enjoy Gerard Butler. I like them. But the acting here, it's like they almost like... I don't know what they were going for. They just kind of made the movie and they were just kind of like... I hate everything because I have daddy issues. Yeah. And then, like, Jaime Lannister is like, I am a god, but I am mean to mortals. But I tend to save them. I must save them. I will go help. First, I must go talk to dad, or uncle, or my grandpa, whatever. And then, like, we must go talk to the desert king first, and then all that was a waste of time. And then we must go do this. And it's kind of like, it's like, I must go do this, and I must go do that until I go fight Gerard Butler, and it's just kind of like, it's over 2 hours, the movie. It's like 2 hours and 7 minutes, God help me. A 2 hour and 7 minute movie. That tells you something, man. The mythology, the villains, hell, Gerard Butler had these two girls that were like, just send us out to go kill him. And then, like, they went to go, and then, like, they easily destroyed, and then, like, the villains so much suck. They're sucky villains, dude. They're not intimidating. They're just, like, I don't know. Hey, how fucking Clash of the Titans with Sam Worthington, both sequels were better than this shit, man. It's a long-ass journey. They drag it out. Like I said, they drag it out, man. They have a helmet, dude, that reminded me of Malekith from freaking Thor the Dark World. The helmets are freaking stupid. They look dumb. Some of the practical costumes with the soldiers look dumb as hell. The camera on action, some of the action scenes, the camera, the way that it's handled, dude, it's fast action. That was really not well done either, man. Like I said, there's the love interest that was going on between Jaime Lannister and the Goddess of Love. There's this love interest, but then after not seeing her for years, he's like, you bitch. And then, like, all of a sudden, it's just kind of like, I'm not going to go much into this, man. If you want to see this movie, don't. I'm going to give this movie a 4.8 out of a 10. It's by far the worst movie of February 2016, man. The first flop, really, of the year. That's a real big flop. $140 million budget. It's bad. Is it worth watching? No. Do not give your time of day to this movie. Don't make the same mistake I did or any reviewers did of seeing this movie. It is not a popcorn. Let me get some popcorn. Look at that. Call some Egypt. No. For sure, Stuckman will do a hilariosity review on this shit, dude. It is so freaking bad. The acting, the effects, the writing, the one-liners, Jeffrey Rush or George or whatever the actor's name is. Oh my God! Like, grows bigger on fire. Like, what? Who came up with this idea of this movie, man? I want to slap that person, man. Seriously. 4.8 out of 10. Don't see it. It is the norm of the North of February. Until next time, guys, I'll be seeing you for 999, man. Zootopia, London Has Fallen, much more movie reviews, guys. Check out the channel. You want to support it, hit that subscribe button. Love you all. Until next time, bye-bye.